Hello everyone, I'm Ankit and you're watching StudyIQ IAS English. In our today's video, we'll discuss a newly launched scheme by Union government called as BHAVYA scheme. Now the reason why we have picked up this discussion is because in a landmark step towards accelerating industrial growth in our country, the Union Cabinet, which is led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, they've approved the Bharatiya Audyogik Vikas Yojana, abbreviated in short as BHAVYA. Now, the budgetary allocation made for the scheme is more than 33,000 crore, and the intention of the scheme is to develop 100 plug and play industrial parks across the country. So, what is the meaning of plug and play industrial parks? We'll understand this in our today's video. Now, this scheme aims to develop world-class industrial infrastructure in India in order to do what? In order to unlock the manufacturing potential of the country, which will help India to grow further. Now, you need to understand the reason why government is bringing the scheme. So, we'll try to understand that, and in addition to that, we'll also try to figure out how the scheme will be implemented in which states across the country and what will be the benefits government give in order to establish these parks. Okay. Now, the notes which I will be using in our today's video, in case if you want to download them, you can go to a particular Telegram channel called as ETS Live. And while you're at it, downloading the notes, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel also. Okay. Now, let us first of all figure out why is government bringing such a scheme. Now, the government's vision is to make India a developed country by 2047. This vision is called as aim for Viksit Bharat. Now, you need to understand, to make any country developed, you need to have a very strong industrial base. Now, industrial base brings a lot of good things for an economy. For example, it drives innovation, but more importantly, it provides more jobs, which is very important. Now, for any structural transformation of an economy, from an agrarian based economy to an industrial based economy, it provides a lot of jobs to people, and this would help you absorb a surplus labor which is engaged in agricultural sector in form of disguised unemployment, and they will be absorbed ultimately into industrial sector, which will provide them with more salaries and ultimately a better way of life. So this is the intention of the government. Now, government introduced this BHAVYA scheme by understanding the benefit of industrial smart cities program, which was developed as a part of National Industrial Corridor Development Framework. Now, this framework is implemented by National Industrial Corridor Development Corporation, and it is implementing 20 projects across 13 states in a country by developing world-class greenfield industrial smart cities. Greenfield smart cities means these smart cities will be developed from the scratch, not upgradation of existing smart cities. Okay. Now, similarly, BHAVYA will be implemented by Union government, but in partnership with state governments as well as private sector players. Right. Now, what this BHAVYA scheme wants to do, at the heart of this BHAVYA scheme is an intention of the government to strongly push for deregulation in the economy and also to promote ease of doing business. Now, how can you promote deregulation and ease of doing business? You can streamline approval process which any manufacturing setup needs, be it environmental approval, be it land related approval, etc., etc. Similarly, you provide businesses with single window system so that they can get their approvals quickly without having to run from pillar to post to different government departments. Additionally, it will also promote or create an investor friendly climate which will bring not just domestic investments into India, but will also attract foreign investments across different parts of the country. And to drive this kind of a deregulation, you need to understand states will play a very important role. Similarly, this scheme wants to deliver a plug and play industrial ecosystem. To understand plug and play industrial ecosystem, you need to understand usually what kind of an effort it takes to establish a factory. Suppose you are going to establish a factory, first of all, you will have to deal with land acquisition issues, right? Land acquisition in India, as you can understand, is a very long drawn process, and it is also very politically a sensitive issue. Similarly, even if you are able to procure a land where you'll establish a factory, but after establishing a factory, to start manufacturing in that factory, you need a lot of approvals from different government departments, be it fire and safety, be it public order approvals, be it environmental safety approvals. And all of these processes are very long drawn process and adds to the cost of investment, right? So what government is doing, it is going to create an industrial ecosystem where companies can automatically come, where every necessary infrastructure approvals will already be provided. What an industry needs to do is just invest there and set up their establishment. So this is what a plug and play industrial corridor and ecosystem actually means, because it enables industries to move into with an intent of production with speed and uncertainty, and government, it provides pre-approved land ready to use infrastructure as well as integrated services like transportation, logistics, warehousing, etc. And therefore, it will significantly reduce investment barriers and entry barriers for any ecosystem. Now, getting all of these land-based approvals might be easy for a large industrial conglomerate, but if you're a startup, you need such ready to and plug and play infrastructure so that the time taken from conception of an idea to ultimate production gets reduced, and it will give you a definitive advantage as far as your product placement is concerned, right? Similarly, the government also provides financial incentives under the scheme. What kind of financial incentives will be provided? Let us understand this. Now, the industrial parks which will be set up under this scheme, they will be of the range of 100 to 1000 acres of land, and the government will provide financial support up to 1 crore rupees per acre, which will be ensuring creation of infrastructure. Now, what kind of infrastructure will be created here with the financial support provided by the government? First of all, core infrastructure, which includes internal roads, underground utilities, common treatment facilities, information communication technology, as well as administrative infrastructure. In addition to that, value added infrastructure like ready built factory sheds, built storage units, warehousing, testing labs, etc., as well as social infrastructure, which is more important if you have to attract workers, because social infrastructure includes workers housing as well as support amenities. So all of these infrastructure will be created by the government with the help of the financial support. Okay. Now, in addition to that, you need to understand government will also provide support for construction of external infrastructure. Now, what kind of external infrastructure you need? You need seamless connectivity. You need road transport, rail transport, air transport, which will help you bring more and more raw materials into the factory, and it will also enable people to move in and outside these industrial facilities easily. And for that, government is providing up to 25% of the project cost as a financial support. In addition to that, this project or this particular scheme will be implemented in form of challenge mode. Now, what is a challenge mode? Suppose if any industrial house comes up with a project that they want to set up this industrial ecosystem. Now, government will make all of these project details public, and government will invite other parties to challenge and better this proposal. And this is what a challenge mode actually ensures. Now, this ensures that only high quality, reform oriented and investment ready proposals are taken forward, and it will bring much more needed transparency that you need for execution of such large scale projects. Okay. Now, in addition to all of that, this scheme is intended and it designed as a futuristic and sustainable ecosystem. Now, first of all, government will integrate this project with PM Gati Shakti proposals, which would enable seamless multimodal connectivity, and it will also provide this project with much needed efficient last mile access. Similarly, government's intention is also to reduce the carbon footprint of any such industrial projects, and for that, green energy and sustainable resource use will be ensured, which will be provided through an underground utility corridors. Now, with underground utility corridors, you can take up maintenance efficiently and uninterrupted manner by enabling a no-dig environment. So you must have heard, if any new infrastructure creates, but to further maintain it, usually the roads are dig up, right? Now, because of the digging of the roads, it creates disruption. It shows you a very bad light, right? So in order to improve all of this, to make this project even future ready and for it modification in the future, these kind of construction will be provided. Now, these parks will prove to be a new benchmark in industrial infrastructure, which will not just ensure its reliability, but it also reduces inefficiency and ensures proximity of these projects across multiple sectors. Okay. Similarly, what you need to understand why such schemes are very important from a overall growth and development of the country. Now, as you know it already, coastal states in India, and mostly these states located in the western part of the country, they are more developed as compared to the northern and eastern part of the country. So any future development or any future scheme of the government is taken care of with the need for inclusive growth. Now, you need to understand this scheme will be extended to all states and union territory, which will accelerate India's industrial growth nationwide, not just relegated to few states in India. Similarly, the most important benefit of this project is that it is expected to drive a large scale job creation, which will generate not just substantial amount of direct but also indirect employment in the country, spread across multiple sectors, be it directly manufacturing or be it support systems like logistics and services, which will not just bring more jobs, but it will also help you catalyze more investment, particularly private investment in India's manufacturing sector. And by focusing on cluster based development, which will enable co-location of industries, suppliers and service providers in just one location, you are ensuring a sustainable and domestic supply chain, which will prove not to be just world leading but also very helpful as far as domestic economy needs is concerned. Right now, what are the end users or beneficiaries of this scheme? There are, or they can be divided into two halves. First are the primary beneficiaries, which includes manufacturing units, micro, small and medium enterprises, startups, and it will also attract global investors who are willing to invest somewhere which provides ready to use industrial infrastructure. Similarly, secondary beneficiaries include people who get employed, that are workers, logistics and service providers. Similarly, it also benefits local communities and therefore promotes growth and inclusive growth in India. Right now, what you need to understand before solving the practice question that usually can come on this topic in the exam, before that you need to understand the topic we just covered is very important from UPSC prelims as well as mains perspective, and it is a direct topic belonging to Indian economy syllabus. But to prepare for UPSC prelims, you also need depth knowledge, not just in Indian economy but other important subjects as well, like polity, geography, history, IR, security, ethics, etc. To get classes for all the subjects which you require to prepare for UPSC, you can take admissions in resolution batches. In resolution batches, we provide not just with classes, but you also get access to one-to-one mentorship, which will help you a lot if you are going through the syllabus diligently, and if you get doubts, you can solve your doubts using the mentorship which we provide you. Similarly, to practice your learning during your preparation, you need access to good mains and prelims test series, which you already get in this resolution batches. Now, these batches are offered separately for 2027 as well as 2028, so decide accordingly. But before making the payment, if you add the code ATS Live in the promo code section, you are going to get maximum discount. So please remember that before making the payment and save as much money as you want by using the code ATS Live. Now, this is the question I have prepared based on our today's discussion with reference to Bharat Audyogik Vikas Yojana BHAVYA. Do consider the following statements and do let me know how many of the above statements are correct. Okay, so this is the question based on which we have discussed. Please do let me know the correct answers in the comment section, and the ones who are going to get this right will get a thumbs up from my side. Okay, so this is all for today's video, and if you want to download the notes, you can go to this particular Telegram channel called as ATS Live, and we'll see each other again quite soon. Please have a very good day and do not forget to subscribe to the Telegram channel.